Okay, so as it turns out, YouTube just decided that my OBS is no longer connected to YouTube. Now, the interesting thing is, on OBS's side, it was saying that YouTube was connected completely fine. And then when I tried to, like, redo the broadcast, YouTube just ended the stream entirely, so I'm just here now. Anyway, welcome back to the stream. Yeah. Do I remember you? We met in a lobby. Okay, so, how many people do you think I've met in lobbies? Tens of thousands. No. The answer is no. I do not. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the Fenyr now. Technical difficulties? Yes, indeed. Technical difficulties. Wait a minute. I'm still in the old live chat. Okay, I have to go back there. Wait, no, that's the wrong button. Can I do this before the live... Can I do this in time? I sort of can. Okay, I can. Good. Okay, I'm sort of like scrolling down to the live chat and driving at the same time. This is very dangerous. You shouldn't do this in real life. Anyway, this is a very good track to show you the wall rides because there's one coming right up after this set of ramps. You have to wall ride with this car or just anything that doesn't have enough drift. Here. You see it trying to lean over to that side? If you land any like rougher than that, it just flips straight up. And you can't turn corners by drifting either because, well, the drift sort of goes like this. Let me give you a longer drift as a better example. It just loses all the speed instantly. So you're sort of stuck to wall rides. And then the problem is, it can't do wall rides either. Like, you're normally not supposed to wall ride here, but let me just show you. Okay, never mind, it was stable there. Somehow. You think Fenyr isn't that terrible, you just haven't driven it so very well so far. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to scroll on the laptop. This is very dangerous. I'm just gonna focus on the race for now. Yeah, the drift speed is like, actually, how slow does the drift speed get? Like, I think I have enough room to test that. Because I'm so far ahead somehow. It's below 200, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's below 200. We're gonna test that in a private lobby right after this one. This is especially noticeable in that under the bridge, like that low bridge section in Rome. That wall ride in almost every wall ride in Auckland and New York. It's very noticeable. Anyway, yeah, let me scroll down now. Why does it not let me... Okay, there we go. Fenyr is absolutely dogshit. Why didn't they make it float like the Lycan? Because this is a 2018 car, as far as I remember, and the problem is, back in 2018, nobody knew how to float. That was discovered in, like, 2021, and this was actually considered, like, the best car in the game. Because Tryon, for example, you also have to remember, nobody had anything maxed. So everyone had it once. One-star Tryon, if you don't know how to float, is utter garbage. Fenyr, on the other hand, has decent nitro and it's sort of okay. So, yes. Do I think the most powerful mobile phone will be able to run BeamNG Drive at playable frames? No, because BeamNG is not ported to mobile. Anyway, if it was ported to mobile, yeah, 2,000 frames, or rather 2,000 physics frequency, PF, is not gonna work. Probably. But then again, everybody in the technology industry just always manages to surprise all of us, so we don't know. Zephyr, I'm gonna time you out for an entire day for saying that. Go away. You are not supposed to say that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys. Don't join this private lobby because I'm just gonna test the Fenyr. Or just demonstrate how bad it is. And what I'm gonna do is go to New York, I'm pretty sure. Leaps and Bounds? Is that it? No, actually, no. Uptown. And I'm gonna show you. how the fuck did I not 360 there? That's really bad, but let's continue, because that's not what I'm here to show you. By the way, have you guys realized yet that the Shockwave model on this car is actually different? Because this was actually used in the Unite trailer. Anyway, look at this wall ride coming up here. Never mind, it's stable again. That's normally not the case. You can sort of see like a slight lean, which is what happens on 90% of the corners. I'm pretty sure they didn't fix it because they have no reason to ever bother with this thing. But it's not doing that, interestingly enough. Okay, we're gonna see again, and maybe it just didn't have enough momentum, which is also something that happens often with this car. I'm gonna try the... No, that's not the right track. Where's the... Yeah, Industrial Run. Right next to it. This or the Nilo? Nilo's probably better. Because just overall, this thing is... Handling is, I'm pretty sure, much worse. And handling does matter in multiplayer, for example. No, turn, turn, turn. Okay, that sort of turn. I'll take that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the smoothest wall ride in, like, the entire game, and it flips there. Because the wall is, like, a little bit lower than usual. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I forgot to disable ads. Yeah, this is in Ustream, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, let me get the ads disabled right now. No, yes. No, manual, yes, save. Okay, you're not gonna get any mid-roll ads, unless I deliberately put it by pressing this insert ad button here. No, Owl is better than this thing in terms of wall rides. Not even Owl flips that easily. Chiron is much better than this thing. Actually, like, the impossible bit is actually the Ancient Wonders tunnel. Because this car isn't even tight enough to get through the corner by Rogerton. You have to hit the wall, and when you hit the wall, you flip. Why the fuck does it register? Okay. This is the problem in question. Oh wow, never mind, it actually survived that. But it was definitely unstable. I guess I'm just that good now. If I conquer the landing drift bug, the 360, yeah, I just learned it, and I'm already used to it, sort of. It's still really bad, but at least I'm used to it. Tartarus is absolutely atrocious with walls. No, that thing's also got like similar levels of wall rides. Fordzilla is better than Fenyr. Fordzilla is better than Fenyr. Let me show you. Hide that lobby code. Where is it? Also, this thing is better because it looks better in terms of the decal. You don't have a lot of glowing decals in this game, so. By the way, another interesting fact about this car does not have a gearbox. It has a one gear, sort of like the Citroen GT and most of the electric cars. Which is why the low-end acceleration is probably a little bit worse than 87, but the high-end acceleration is really good. Because it's sort of tuned to be 87 overall. Okay, no. It also just has much better handling than the Fenyr in general. It's probably slower because of the top speed in quite a surprisingly many tracks, but I don't care. Okay, no, I was drifting that. Is Asphalt copying C9 again? No, this thing doesn't have the C9 stats. In C9, it's actually a mid-high range... It's actually a mid-high range S-Class car that has ridiculous agility. Similar top speed, but, like, really good handling. That's the car... That's the Fordzilla in C9, and over here it's about... Goated in C9, boated in A9. Yes, yeah. Can I explain how gearboxes work in this game? Not fully. Because... that's supposed to be a Best Way Only video. We haven't released that yet. Big 71 and I have been procrastinating for 2 years now. We were supposed to upload it in 2024. So, there's that. C9 is the Chinese version of Asphalt 9. They have a dedicated version, and that version actually doesn't have the Unite expansion, so it's actually better. Try the Scotland wall ride. Scotland wall ride Fordzilla will never fail that one. If I drive it properly, so let's figure that out. Okay. Yes, this is stable here. I'm pretty sure my stream has the input overlay on right now, the controller, on the bottom right of the screen. So what I'm doing on that wall ride contact is I still steer to the left while brake nitro, and then I start drifting. Because if you do it right after, like, contacting with a wall, of course the car is unstable, and even sort of, like, moderately stable wall riders can flip if you do it, like, too aggressively. So what I do is, like, sort of, like, give it a damper, sort of. Like, steer in the turn's direction for the first, like, half a second of a wall ride. That usually fixes most problems. Yeah, Chiron doesn't suffer that much there either. Even the light Chiron, which is probably what I have right now. Never mind, I have the neutral one because... Actually, yeah, interesting fact here. With this Evo tune, you don't have to 360 anywhere. As a result, you don't feel the 360 bug. There's the tune. I was supposed to record a video about this, and then I forgot. Anyway. This, and then this goes there. And now it's light. How have you flipped the Icona there? That's, like, almost impossible. Albion, if I don't respond to you, it's either I didn't read it or I'm ignoring it on purpose. And I already replied to a similar question of yours just a while back, so the answer is no, and please stop asking. Thank you. Okay, that's messy. See, look at the input overlay. I'm pretty sure I have it. If I don't have it, it's going to be really awkward. But, like, look at the input overlay. I'm steering fully to the left a little bit after I make contact with the wall. I'm steering away from the wall so the car doesn't press as hard against it. That's basically what that is. stream's lagging again? No, that's not on my side. Yeah, you have the controller overlay there. So you can see my inputs, and it's gonna be a little bit more intuitive, I think. Yeah, we were back since a few minutes ago. Apparently, YouTube just decided OBS was not connected anymore, even though OBS said it was. So the stream sort of bugged out, when I tried to use the OBS's built-in recovery system, it sort of, and YouTube just decided, oh, it's disconnected and it's ended on my side. I'm gonna kill the stream entirely, so we just have a new one now. It's a long story. Anyway. Right, testing is over now. We're gonna go back to multiplayer and fool around a bit. Right, suggest me some cars. Actually, Fire specifically, suggest me a car. I will drive it if I have it. You can suggest anything really good, you can suggest anything really bad, it doesn't matter. Suggest anything. LVN, no, fuck you, I don't have that car. Fire, you as well? Why? Why must you do that? Why must all of you guys taunt and mock me for the... That's the one car I don't have in this range! And the Lego Chiron. I don't care about this car. I do care about that car. That's the only thing I lack in this entire range up to this. Actually, that's a shitbox up to this. These are all... I don't care about any of these anyway. Fire, you as well. Bruh. Can you please, like, suggest a car that I actually own, though? Because I genuinely wanted to get a suggestion. Utopia? Okay, Utopia is a card that I do have. Actually, how many spares do I have on the Utopia? I didn't buy any spare epics from the Spotlight shop, by the way. I still have 31, because why not? I golded it on the initial special event, and then on the rerun I got all that. That gave me like 25 spares, I think. And then the few... Those are probably from somewhere else, I don't know. By the way, rate the color on this car. I think this combo is actually quite nice. Anyway. Wait a minute, I'm in the garage, I just realized. Somewhere there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. TLE? It had a TLE as well. I don't remember anything. Utopia is a BC clone? Absolutely not, no. Okay, so BC is a lot stiffer than this. Utopia's Nitro is a bit shorter than it. Utopia is also a lot more twitchy, a bit more unstable. Overall, it actually feels like a very different car, mostly because the handling and Nitro feel completely different. Hello, HiCube, you also have the special event decal. That's why I don't equip it anymore. Everyone has it now, ever since the original, like, the first rerun. What the... Why am I this bad? The funnier thing is, when I try, I can get, like, top 20s and shit. Not an MP2, because I don't. I frankly cannot be bothered to do the grind. But, like, in TLEs... I'm gonna stop talking, because I'm just looking worse now. Yeah. What the fuck? We're gonna try that again. Genuinely, that's the worst thing I've ever done in my life. And in front of, like, how many people? 50 people, yes. Fucking... Is this F90XX good at 5 stars? Probably not. Even at max, it was sort of bad until you golded it, because all the epics, every single epic import part mattered so much on that car. So missing all the epics plus missing upgrades is gonna hurt a lot. The Nitro is the main culprit. It's too short without any epics. Anyway, let me lock in for this gameplay to remedy myself. Is that the right word? Anyway. Okay, there we go. That's what Utopia is normally like. Kind of like the Onyx? No, it's probably... No, the Epic Reliance is probably higher than the Onyx. It's, like, actually ridiculous. LVN, cholesterol is not the right word here. That's the thing you eat. The stress hormone is cortisol, as Nixie is showing there. Wait a minute, Utopia Roadster exists? I didn't even know about that one. Okay. Did I win against the Mistral with an Asterion? Yes, I did yesterday. I have a video clip of it, but I'm not sure if I can replicate that on stream, because most of the Mistrals I'll meet right now is people sniping me, and they're generally just a lot better than people I meet randomly. I didn't know Utopia had a roaster. Let me search that up. Tinted carbon fiber. I like that one, actually. I still don't like the headlights. I still don't like the headlights. I still don't like the taillights. I still really don't like the rear diffuser, but I've sort of gotten used to the cars overall. It's sort of in between the Zonda and Wyra. The problem is the Zonda and Wyra don't really mix well. Okay, so if I meet a Mistral here, I'm not going to win. The Mistral I beat was an Industrial Revolution, which has that really big hairpin. Can I do this? Yes! No, 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 no! Oh, yeah, air brakes don't really work that well. Can I recover any of my positions? Probably, because they're all within line of sight. Although, in Paris, anything is in line of sight. Okay, that guy has slower top speed than me. I'm gonna be able to catch up here. And then I'm gonna lose because there are two other corners here. If he's good enough, that is. Which he doesn't seem to be. How is he still behind? The new Merc? There's a new Merc? Oh yeah, you mean the Salber, yeah. Salber C11, XJR9. The problem is I have this thing at stock, so it's sort of like a stock XJR9. And stock XJR9 is sort of bad. But yes. Is steer on for floaty? What do you mean? Did I try a floaty there? I don't think I did. Yeah, 3,000 ranked Apollo N? Isn't that like the things we used to get in the really old game mode called the 1v1 tournaments? That game mode's been dead for like 5 years now, I just noticed. Jesus, time flies. Anyway, yeah, that 3,000 rank Apollo is the sort of car you'd get there. It was that, the Carrera, the P1, LaFerrari. What other cars were there? I'm pretty sure there was at least one more. They were all tuned to like the exact same rank at 3,000-ish. Carrera was, I'm pretty sure the Carrera was the worst one. Because Carrera has a high upgrade curve and it's a lot worse at lower rank. What was the other car? Were there only 4 cars there? Oh yeah, the SV. Yeah, the SV was really good there. The SV was good. Yeah, man. Memories. It's actually good at stock. Not really. You just have to, like, not do anything with the car. Like, you can't do anything stupid with this. Like, it's sort of like, you can go decently fast, but don't try to be decently fun because it'll be slow. That's the kind of car that this is at right now. Because 73XL says enough. 42 Nitro, yeah, not good. Why do all of you say Huracan? It's actually only one guy called the Cube. The Cube only knows 3 dimensions. I know 4. So, A-Class... What do you mean A? Oh, yeah, the AMG 1, yeah. I haven't driven this thing at gold either, so we're gonna do that. You wall ride the outer... No, you're not supposed to do that. No. That's so wrong. Okay, so the railway's problem is that the track is way too wide for any sort of wall ride to benefit you. Unless you're doing it in, like, the middle, like, divider bit. On the full outside of the railway, it's way too wide. You just go... Like, because it's wider, you go a greater distance, and that distance is not it's not worth the extra speed you keep there. Because there are nitro bottles in the middle of the rail tracks as well. Actually, I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do there with a P1. Okay, why do you have to take all your traffic cars for yourself? You only need 3 to get a shockwave. Oh, gold AMG 1 is actually not that bad. I really hate the fact that the flaps on the wheel fenders, they don't engage. This thing's actually really good at max. Too bad I was too broke for that. Anyway. Yeah, actually, this thing drives really well. I see what you mean. The nitro's decent. The top speed isn't that bad either. The float is like... The float's really interesting because it's short-ish, but because of the good handling stat, it has... It's sort of like short, but it doesn't lose that much speed. And because the front wheel is lower, it doesn't go as wide as other cars, for example. Like, what are other floaty cars in A-Class that lift the wheel really, really high? The GT2 RS, for example, it goes a lot better than that. Can I do Absolute with the Drive Syndicate decal? No, I'm too lazy. I'm going to show you guys the, or specifically that A9F and HP, that guy. How to get through Paris. What was that track actually? Yeah, it was this. Hide this. Don't join this one. If you're joining this one, I don't like you. Unless you're already a friend of mine, then I can't sort of say anything. Anyway. Your name is Pro Stock Camaro? Okay, good to know. Welcome to the stream. So let me just get to that section really quickly. Okay, that's not the best one, but okay. So what you do here, you definitely don't wall ride this bit. You can actually sort of just curb abuse here with almost every single car in the game. Okay, that one didn't work as well, but you can do that there too. And then you shockwave here because you have to shockwave early, mostly because of that train pushing you to the right. And when you're drifting, you go so much wider. Okay, that line is really bad. But the point is, you can just curb abuse the entire section, basically. P1 is the most fun in that rank range? Let me check. Because what you have to also do is check other classes, like in B class, for example, if there's anything better. In B class at 3600. Okay, yeah, R390 is a little bit better. Higher top speed. Worse acceleration, worse agility in general, but it also has some sort of float, so it sort of negates it. 003S Draco is a little bit lower than that, but these two are also some top candidates for me. 003S mostly because of the ridiculous top speed. Barchetta is sort of slow, but really balanced overall. It's like surprisingly agile, actually, if you look at the handling. It's actually quite a lot. And then a little bit over that, the SV, if you consider that, like, these three cars sort of go all together. SV is definitely better than the P1. McMurtry is sort of like an entirely different car. I don't know how to what to think about this. It's definitely in the better car in this range, but not the best. I would say. Audi has fucked off to the Antarctic ever since the R8 e-tron Special Edition came out. But, yeah. Do I think DBS 770 is a C-Class King? I'm pretty sure it is, actually. Because not only does this car have basically Terraria stats, it also floats. Which is ridiculous. The same car, better handling on it. It just wins. 9x8? 9x8 is... The only downside is that... the 9x8, on straight sections, you just have to constantly brake nitro, and it sort of gives me arthritis. Which is... that's another reason I prefer top speed cars, because you can sort of afford not to do that. Zagato too, yeah, both of those. They're fun until you get into a really long straight like that one in Paris. Then it becomes cancer. P1 is really... I mean, P1 is actually surprisingly decent because what you have to realize is A-Class is the least power crept class in the entire game. Like, 1896 used to be the king in, like, 2019, 2020, whenever this thing came out, which is, like, over 6 years ago. It's not the best anymore, but it still sort of competes decently. It can fight till at least, like, here. And then, and even over here, some tracks, this thing is actually better than some of those cars there. It's like, everything is situational, everything is different, and everything is just very well balanced. As a result, this thing isn't as bad as it looks. Acceleration feels so nice in the P1. Yeah, it has 83, mid-83 acceleration. It's actually really good. The only problem is that even the raw drift is really wide, and as a result, I prefer this car more. Allow me to demonstrate. It has, like better radius. Slightly less drift speed, I think, but better radius, and that sort of matters more. Especially in tracks like Caribbean, P1 can be cancerous. Okay, Industrial Revolution. Here, P1's probably going to be, like, slightly better microscopically. Actually, I don't remember the top speed on that thing, so... it's going to be, like, some... it's going to depend on the top speed, actually. If they're the same, the P1 might be better for the acceleration. I just bit my tongue. I just realized another thing. This is one of the old 1v1 tournament tracks. Okay, that failed dramatically. Turn. Okay, that's... I mean, that's the problem with all three of those cars in that rank range, so... okay, there you go. It's not that bad. Oh, P1 goes 3 kilometers an hour slow. Okay, 3 isn't gonna make that big of a difference, but P1's probably gonna be faster. Why is the screen black? At least let me watch the rest of the race. Actually, no, they're gonna give me cancer. I'm looking in 8th place. The 650S GT3? Where is it gone? Somewhere here. Yeah, this one does drive like a race car. Surprisingly skill-based for the amount of agility it has. I mean, it's definitely very easy, but it's not as foolproof as, for example, the Vanda, because the handling isn't in the high 90s, and this nitro is actually not that long, in the sense that you have to constantly be using it. And shockwaves on barrels actually make quite a big difference with this car. So, overall, it actually kind of matters. Nitro management is important, despite the high stat. Sort of feels like in terms of nitro, it's sort of like the Imola, because Imola also has really long nitro, but you do need shockwave on ramps to be faster. Sort of something like that. I know one developer that was around on Discord for like 3 weeks and then sort of disappeared. One developer. Nobody else. I know nobody else that did that. The community managers are mostly meat shields for managers, or at least I'm pretty sure they're basically that in GameLoft's view. So they're sort of excluded. GameLoft has no connection to the community. They don't listen to anything. Okay, anyway, we're gonna get back to multiplayer. Wait a minute, no, I probably should end the stream soon because it's almost 1 AM, I just realized. And that's not good. Okay, what car do we use? What car do we use? Give me some suggestions. Mazzanti? Mazzanti is interesting. Mazzanti is something I want to show you guys, because it's... how do I say it? It's very balanced. Surprisingly... it does surprisingly well for the amount of shit it gets. Because... it has zero float. Zero float. You can't punch it, like, at all. Unless you're in, like, Auckland. Then it sort of can. But, like... and the top speed is, like, 420. The acceleration's, like, somewhere 81, 82. Nitro isn't that impressive. Like, you never expect this thing to do well, but it surprisingly does. I'm not sure if you go to the left route here, but... like, somehow, despite being, like, literally the opposite of what an optimal S-Class should be, it actually performs, like, not that bad. Like, you see, that's a pure sport, although that is also mid-range S-Class, but that's ranked higher, actually. Like, compared to things around it, I mean, Jesco and shit are exceptions, but, like, this competes surprisingly well with the Devos and Chiron Pure Sports, which actually gets glazed. I mean, Devo is sort of worth glazing. I really don't understand people liking the Pure Sport, mostly because it drives icky. Also, earlier this week, I heard someone told me that they didn't like the Devo because, and I'm quoting here, it doesn't float much. So just on stream, I'm just gonna show everyone here how much the Devo actually floats. We're gonna go to Pudong Rise here. Mazzanti is a bit stiff. No, Mazzanti doesn't float. It's not actually that stiff. The drift radius is alright. The drift speed is like... obviously, it doesn't float and it doesn't have that high of a top speed, so it's not going to be like Jesco, but it's still alright. Surprisingly alright. Okay, that did not go as planned. Anyway, someone told me this thing floats badly. Someone. I'm not gonna say who, because his life is gonna be ruined, but someone. Scribbles in Pudong, an untold love story. How is it untold when half of my 2024 videos were on Pudong Rise and 2025? Hello, Oxy. Yeah, Devo is definitely overranked, but it is fun. Float frequency does not match Envision, mostly because it's just better. The problem with the Devo is it loses speed over time. Envision sort of doesn't have that, which I will demonstrate in the Cairo Spiral now. Why wasn't I answering earlier? Because I am not always reading the live chat. I do have the laptop next to me, but it doesn't mean I can read everything constantly, because most of the times I'm driving, and texting while driving is illegal. And I've tried doing that, and then I crashed in the game. Oh shit, okay, yeah, that scraped the barrel and no nitro there. No perfect run here either, actually. Okay, they still didn't fix that, I was about to ask. Anyway, that's not the point of the race, I'm just here to show you the spiral. You see, that wheel basically never drops. Devo has worse float than the Envision. I mean, almost... No, actually, absolutely everything in the game has worse float than the Envision. Just everything. Because their wheels eventually come down. This one doesn't. Oh wait, no, why am I rating the race? Actually, no, I don't mind. I like this car. I like this track. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so C9 Absolute with 46 Nitro in this game will be ranked like 5,500. Mostly because, not 5,500. 53 to 54, somewhere there. Higher than anything else in this game right now. Because, problem is, we don't have anything else that goes much higher than that. In C9, there's R-Class, so their rank is sort of justified, not here. You're not supposed to have a 5,400 rank car when most of the cars, the average rank in this game is like probably less than 4,000. Okay, that's a better entry speed. And we are keeping 400. Yes, nice. This reminds me of the first world record I ever slaved for. Not that bit. Yeah, actually, it reminds me of all the pain that went into that as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, that has a hitbox. Okay. The Deville is the lowest star class car, which is ridiculous, actually. Actually, no. F5 Revolution. Apparently, that thing got buffed for whatever reason. Why? That was the best car in the game. Why'd they buff it again? Anyway. I want to show you guys a bit more of this car. Uptown. Yeah, Uptown. Uptown's gonna work. The game froze. The game is frozen. I hate this game so much. Okay, we're ending the stream. Oh wait, never mind. No. Just as I say that, the game responded. Okay. This game is such a rage bait. Okay, that's not the bit I wanted to show you anyway. I want to show you guys the big 90-degree corners. This bit is going to be really satisfying. That was a bit wide, but okay, that was perfect apex. And over here, we go in like this. You can just braid nitro out of that corner. That's insane. Do I have a playlist of the music I play in the background? No, actually, this is just an entire YouTube video. It's not a playlist. Just like... I'm gonna send you the link after the stream, actually. Anyway, I think I'll do the last race in the stream tonight. I do have to go to bed. Suggest me a track, guys. Avoid Chicago, avoid San Diego. I will not accept those tracks. Nitro is the least priority strat? Absolutely not. Most of the high-end cars, you need nitro first. Arc de Triomphe? Yeah, that's gonna work brilliantly, because this is an Envision. You don't know when the stream ends? The stream ends when this race is over. And then I'm probably gonna yap and answer some of your questions before I actually go, but like... bit unstable at times. Does not ruin the overall fun because of how good it is every single other corner. No. Okay, that's a little bit too wide for that, but I'm still happy with it. What do I think that Jessica absolutely should perform in this game? In that rank, just C9 everything with global acceleration and nitro. Not the drift acceleration, just the raw stat. 83. That's gonna work brilliantly. No, hello. No, not hello. Bye, Dark Shark. Okay, that's the last race of the stream. Let me answer some of your questions before I actually go. Yeah, about nitro. So, for example, if you look at the Deus, this thing's nitro, like, epic reliance. These three stats almost get, like, nothing. Nitro stat gets, like, 1.2 per epic or something ridiculous. F5 lists both front wheels? How does that happen? Okay, maybe when it digs, but I don't think F5... I don't think I've experienced F5 digging anytime recently. No, that doesn't do that. What's my opinion about the drifting issue? When I first found out, this was... Because I updated right away, this was before I figured out that you could hold the drift button to keep on drifting in a 360 float. I absolutely freaked out and I just went to Racing Master, which is also sort of equally as bad, but like... Because Asphalt was basically uninhabitable. And then people say, oh, you can hold drift and it's okay. So I got used to that over some time, and now I'm fine with it. I definitely don't want it to continue, though, because the barrel physics are also somewhat fucked up for whatever reason. Barrel ramps are a little bit weird. Barrel rolls are a bit slow, a lot slower, actually. You can it's definitely a lot harder to get triple barrels these days. Anyway. That's about it. And... even if you hold it, straightens after 3 seconds. Okay, so what you have to do is, you have to counter-steer before you release the brake button. Your floaties work fine without holding? How the okay, yeah. So apparently, like, few select users aren't experiencing it, which is how Red Nicto is able to rage bait all of us, because his client side is genuinely fine. Like, it's just some people don't have that. I don't know why. So with all of that atrocities being dealt with, I'm gonna end the stream now, and I'm gonna go to sleep. And my laptop's almost out of battery, so there's another excuse as well. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. What else is there? I hope you guys enjoyed watching. That's honestly all I want. If you guys really enjoyed watching it, you can probably press the like button. Honestly, that's all I ask for. You're probably subscribed if you can type anything in the live chat, you're subscribed already, because I turned that on. It sort of prevents spam. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna send the link. Actually, I'm gonna send it right now, because as soon as I close that link, close the stream, I'm gonna forget. So, okay, you need to accept my friend request in Discord. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Goodbye, everyone, and we'll see you guys next time. By next time, I mean literally tomorrow. I'm gonna stream my own arena races as well. So, see you then. Hope you can make it tomorrow as well. Bye.